Hello everyone, welcome back to Optimal EV. Today we're going to be giving you our first impressions on the all-new Fisker Ocean.
And for those of you who don't know, Fisker did have a model before called the Fisker Karma, but that is a separate company. They went out of business. Henrik Fisker did retain all of the rights to the branding and has started his new company, Fisker Incorporated, with their first model, the Fisker Ocean. So let's hop into the website.
All electric,
Dynamic.
driver centric.
Wow. What wonderful words from Fisker on the website.
Yeah, pretty inspiring.
They really grabbed my attention. So, we're going to start on their front page and just kind of go through some of the information and give you our first impressions on the car.
Yeah, we briefly looked at the trims just to see, what exactly it was that they had available, but they don't really have too many explicit, specs of what's going to come with the car. So we're kind of just going to give you a first look through the website.
Yeah, we kind of prefer it being like this, where they don't give us all the options yet, because again, this is supposed to be just us giving our first, impressions of the car, seeing it, what we think about the looks, the interior, and some of the, cool features they have available.
Yeah.
So we're going to start by scrolling down, checking out the car, get the first look. So, my first thought was that it looked like a Range Rover Evoque.
Yeah.
Especially in the white, it just kind of resembles that for sure.
The grill's pretty nice. I think the grill kind of reminds me of like a Hyundai.
Yeah, and it's different seeing electric car with a grill. We haven't, a lot of them have went away from it. The Mustang Mach-E.
Yep.
BMW is starting to flat out theirs. So even though it looks like they have big teeth.
Yeah, the daytime runners are orange, so it's kind of got like Kia. It's got like a mix of a lot of different flavors that are going on right now with the EVs and just all cars. So it looks pretty nice.
You see your little camera systems in the front. Nice little turn signals.
Yeah, those look nice.
Yeah. So let's keep scrolling down. Show you some information about it. First thought, we see the solar panels.
Yep.
The only other brand I've seen doing this is the, I think it's called the Aptera. If you read through this, you'll see that they are saying that it's going to give you somewhere from 1,500 to 2,000 miles per year.
It's not bad. I mean, if you think about how many miles you drive in a year, and it's shaving off maybe 20%, maybe a little bit less, 15% of those miles, it's pretty good. But I think it could definitely be better. I mean, solar's only so good. I don't know if solar will be the best way to reduce mileage, but
I wonder if that's for, mostly like California, or if it's for really anywhere that's like kind of the average.
Yeah.
Because if you're in somewhere it's a lot sunnier, maybe that's 3,000 miles.
Who knows?
It'd be nice to see if those stats come out eventually.
Yeah.
Then we have smart traction. This is kind of just explaining how the car performs better than every other car, and how every website will tell you that it performs better than every other car. Yeah. So obviously you have to wait to actually feel the car, or start to see some reviews of people driving it. So
yeah. Next up, we have sustainable materials. They're saying that pretty much everything in this car is recycled or reused. They mention things about like worn out T-shirts or repurposed rubber, stuff like that. So they're going the very like vegan route. I know BMW, I think Troy mentioned in one of our BMW videos, is also doing a similar strategy with that.
Yeah, it was the i3 that when it came out, they tried to use all renewable resources for it. I think that's a great direction to go for EVs. It's kind of pushing in that direction. So as much you can help the earth as possible, I'm for it.
Yeah, so if they can make recycling like profitable again through cars, then I'm all for it.
Next, we have our Powerhouse, which briefly go over that. It's basically what the Ford F-150 Lightning is doing, where you'll be able to actually charge your house in case of an outage. It doesn't show any stats for how long that term is going to be, but in the future we'll definitely see that coming.
Right.
And this is something that's interesting.
Yeah, this is pretty sick. You can revolve the screen, which there's no other car that's doing this right now. I can't believe that no one else has like thought of this yet. I don't know if it's something that's hard to actually implement, but this is kind of dope. I mean, if you are someone who prefers a wider screen, you can just turn the screen and get that. Or if you want something that's longer, you need that.
It's called Hollywood mode.
The skinnier look.
See, that's called Hollywood mode. So you can watch movies on it. That's
really
interesting.
Like a portrait mode.
Do you think they kind of took this just straight from Tesla? Like some people liked the the vertical, and some people like the horizontal. Maybe they're like, well, here you can get the best of both.
Get both.
That's pretty cool.
It looks like a 16:9 widescreen format, which is great for movies. I don't know if you can play games on this thing like you can in a Tesla, but I wouldn't be surprised if that's something they could, incorporate later in the future.
Yeah, and they also mentioned 360 sound and an immersive cinematic experience. Right. So it looks like when you're charging, they're giving you an opportunity to be able to watch movies on it. So,
cool.
Just some kind of entertainment while you're waiting.
Yeah.
Next, we have what they call it, Park My Car. Unparalleled parking technology. That's parallel. Just like most brands, it's an automatic parking feature where it can detect, pedestrians, other things, use the brakes to stop you from going into something, and park for you.
Yeah, so we'll have to see how good this is. We normally refer to like the NCAP safety videos to see how well it does dealing with, pedestrians or bikes, whatever it is like that gets in your way. So we'll have to see when that video comes out.
Yeah, this one's definitely tough. When it comes to parking, it really is all about the feel, like if you trust the system. So you definitely have to give it a try, get in the car, watch videos, make sure you're aware of the systems you're using.
Yep. Next up, we have the app that they are providing, which I think a lot of car companies are doing this because, why not? You can make your own personal software for the car. It looks pretty good. It's probably about as similar to all the other ones that are available right now. You can find your car, you can lock your car, you can,
Climate control,
right.
Tracking the car, and also it says you can use the app as your key to the vehicle, probably using an NFC chip.
Right.
So yeah, very standard things. I don't see anything that's mind blowing. There's no crazy feature that works with the app, maybe making your car dance or something.
Right. It's good to have though. I definitely think that they're including all the regular features you would expect from like a brand new EV.
Yeah, and I feel like when you're coming out with a brand new model for a brand new company, you really have to make sure you're up to par with all the other brands already, or else no one's going to buy your car.
For sure. If there's a car that's cheaper than yours that offers more like tech features, why would they go? You got to really sell your car in a different way then if that's the case.
Yeah, it looks like they're really trying to mix a bunch of different brands together, which, I mean,
why not?
That's what you should do. Some companies do things well, some don't. So if you mix a bunch of brands together, maybe you'll find the perfect product, but or you'll have the worst. We'll see.
Right.
Okay, so now we're going to scroll down. You'll see quality, style, and emotion.
Wow.
Some more pictures. They really made a nice aesthetic on the website.
Yep.
Been enjoying this. We have some more features here. The California mode.
You can open up all the windows on this bad boy. You can just press one button. They all come down. I guess if you live where it never rains and it's always sunny like California.
Keep them down all the time.
Good for you. And maybe this car is perfect for you.
I do like the picture of the dog. That's pretty cool. That feature is nice. Let the dog kind of free roam in the back. Can't get out, but has some fresh air.
Yeah.
We have Fisker Hypersound. Get your electric motor running, head out of the highway, and experience your favorite music on the premium Fisker Hypersound audio system with 500 watts of power and 16 speakers.
16 speakers is a good amount. I mean, compared to some other cars we've been looking at recently, it's a little bit under. But, I mean, I think it's more than any average car right now. So it probably sounds pretty good. I think for whatever reason, EVs seem to be really focusing on a good speaker system.
Yeah, I think it's kind of trying to attract to the younger generation, which is kind of weird because I feel like a lot of our viewers aren't the younger generation, especially people who can afford the cars.
Yeah, right.
Just, statistically. But I like some nice sound, so I'm not upset about it.
Yeah. Let us know what you guys think. If you're watching right now, let us know in the comments. Are speaker systems something you care about? I mean, I wouldn't personally buy or not buy a car just because of a speaker system, but I'm curious to know if other people are.
And then we also have the next one, which are modern SUV design.
Right.
Kind of explains the sleek shape of it,
right.
Just like the Evoque, just like other sporty SUVs, kind of have that styling. So it's definitely a nice look, though. Especially these lights on the back. I'm excited to see more pictures of that.
Spacious interior, powered solely by electricity. The Fisker Ocean's drivetrain and critical systems take up less space than one in gas-powered vehicles. Looks like they're just basically talking about how much space is in the car. Obviously, they don't have the normal things that a motor car would have, so they have a lot more room to just have space for.
Yeah, and hopefully there's a frunk. We haven't got to that yet.
Yes, hopefully it has a frunk.
What's this limo mode?
I don't know. Let's see. An all-electric Fisker Ocean. Passengers in the second row can relax in a spacious comfort while controlling the environment of the rear cabin with a digital touchscreen.
Cool.
Wow. So there's a full screen in the back as well.
Optional feature.
Of course.
So reclined seats in the back. I guess when you have so much space in the car, you'll have that feature. Again, probably an option for the reclined seats as well.
Yeah.
But hey, they say luxury, but it'll probably get that luxury price when you add all these options. $70,000.
Yeah, we'll show you guys the trims before we wrap this up. The price is pretty steep once you add in all these optional packages, but it really does seem like they're trying to just group everything from a bunch of different cars into this car.
Yeah. Here, and you can reserve it. Should be select models arriving in 2022, so probably the first edition, just like other models have come out with. So here are the trims: the Fisker Ocean 1, Fisker Ocean Extreme. Wow, it's a tongue twister. And Fisker Ocean Ultra, and then the Fisker Ocean Sport.
Right.
So you'll see they range from a lot of different prices, from $37,499, which is a great entry level price on an SUV, especially if it's an electric one.
Yep. Actually, we should double check those double asterisks. Are they indicating something about? Usually, those have to deal with the federal tax limits, but I don't see anything on there about
it. It says underneath in really, really tiny. You might have to get your glasses out. Trim levels, equipment, and select features are subject to change. So they're just pretty much saying the price may change based off the features, maybe.
Gotcha.
Then we have the Ultra, which goes to $50,000. The Extreme, $68,999, and then same as the the first edition, which
You
is
know,
Fisker Ocean 1.
Something they could have done that, like, I feel like Elon Musk really embraces about the Tesla is just like meme culture. Like, they could have just very easily made this car $69,000.
I agree.
And I feel like it would have gotten a few more people to
they
talk
put the
about
meme
it.
right on the edge.
You know?
Let's see, we got the highlights now. Okay, so this is kind of like the differences between the 4 trims.
Right.
You know, we actually haven't looked at this part yet. We only looked at the configuration.
Yeah,
So
and these are all estimates.
Exactly. So 37,499, 250 miles of range. You have different drive modes, Earth and Fun. So
Interesting.
That's kind of funny.
Earth drive mode. Okay.
I don't know. I guess, are we on Earth? Are
I think
we only
so.
driving on Earth? Or are we
I hope
driving
so.
Okay.
Drowsiness and attention. If you guys haven't seen it, the BMW has like a similar verbal command where you like tell the car that you're tired and it starts like pumping air and like playing music and stuff. So that's probably a similar feature here.
Yeah, and you'll see 250-mile range on a single motor front wheel drive.
Right.
So that's going to be, you know, you'll see the big price jump because you're getting a lot more range and all-wheel drive.
Yep.
So you'll see the dual motor all-wheel drive at 340 miles. So at least you get a nice entry level at a cheap price.
Yeah.
250 miles. If you're driving this car in California, hopefully they can sell a ton of them there.
Right.
Just in the West Coast in general. Then you got to jump another $12,000 to get the higher range.
Yeah, so I think probably your best bet is the Fisker Ocean Ultra. I think price-wise, it makes sense. I mean, $50K is right around where we see, you know, you're getting close to that BMW i4. And then also on the lower end, you got like Hyundai, you got the Kia. So everything is right around that 40 to 50K area. So I think what you get here, like 340 miles, if that's legit, then that's pretty good. You get a powertrain dual motor all-wheel drive, and you got 3 different drive modes, which includes Fun and Hyper. I'm assuming Hyper is like an actual quicker mode.
So, yeah, I'm guessing with the all-wheel drive, they give you some kind of sprint mode or you know, something that'll get you off the line really quick to compete with other electric cars.
I think that's a really good point for people. Like, that's a really big selling point is people want to go fast quickly. And if you offer that on a $50,000 car, I think that's a pretty good deal.
I think this is an awesome way to explain, you know, the different prices. You have the single motor, low mileage, but cheap. Then you can get the all-wheel drive without having to go crazy and get super nice interior features, but you can get the 340-mile range, which is super important.
Right.
Plenty of range. And then you can get another 10 miles and probably a ton more features on the interior quality and things like that. So I think it's a nice little list they have out here. I think it's, you know, the three trims on the right, the Ocean Extreme, the Ultra, and the Sport, those are the main ones that are going to go for sale. The Ocean 1 is really just their first edition, which is probably very, very similar to the Extreme.
Right. Okay, so as you saw before, if we can actually pull this up, at the very bottom of this page, there's like a PDF that has all of these details. And when that's opened, it gives you pretty close to all of the specs that you could look through. I think it's just a combination of what we just read through. It still doesn't look like anything is EPA tested, so we're still going to have to wait for those numbers to actually come out, as well as the NCAP safety video to see if all these safety features actually live up to what they say they will.
Yeah, we can just go through some of the highlights. I mean, just quick glance, what we notice. I see a gaming in HMI, so that might be something cool. Traffic sign and light recognition, so that's probably the extra adaptive cruise, which you don't see on the Ultra.
I wonder how smart their smart driving will be. You know, if it'll be anything comparable to Tesla, or if we're looking at just like your average lane assist and whatnot.
Yeah, it's all brand new, so no one really knows at all.
Right.
Maybe it'll be like what Lucid did, and they kind of had an announcement video. We were pretty disappointed by that. They didn't really come out with the full self-driving yet.
Yeah.
It was kind of just like a tease.
Right.
I see front and rear heated seats on the Extreme, not standard on the Ultra. So at least you get it standard though when you're going to a $68,000 car.
Yeah.
Mercedes. Maybe you'll have to take some notes.
True.
The Solar Sky roof, so that you don't see on the Ultra or the Sport. So that's something that's cool though, because then that will entice someone to go for the more expensive model.
Right.
And that's probably what's making up a lot of the price difference, the solar panels. So nice little list here. If you want to download this, check it out. Go to the website and go to the bottom. So we're just going to go over to the configurer where you'll be able to check out some of the colors. We'll start with the white.
Looks pretty good. Like Troy said, I think it does also resemble a Range Rover. It looks, pretty close structure-wise to it. I would assume that in person it probably looks a little bit different. You know, that whole roof structure is a lot different than a normal Range Rover. But, it's probably a call you'd have to make in person or once, footage of the actual car comes out.
This might change once the actual car comes out and you're able to configure it. But if you look, when I change the models, nothing changes about the look of the car. So that is definitely interesting. I'm not sure if that's going to stick, but just quick glance, I don't notice any differences.
Right.
Next, we have our Night Drive, which is our black.
This looks sharp.
Very sharp, especially with the wheels. I did see a wheel option here that I thought was really cool.
Yeah, these look
Aero
sick.
Stealth.
Yeah.
Even though they're 20s, they're not the 21s or 22s. I think they actually look the best.
Oh, they look so good with the black paint.
Horizon Gray. Interesting.
Pretty nice.
Marina?
Mariana, maybe?
Mariana.
Yeah, Mariana. I wonder who it's named after.
It's pretty nice color. I don't know.
It's all right.
It looks good on the car.
Yeah, it's like a bluish silver.
One thing I really like is those little turn signals.
The turn
They
signals.
look really good.
Yeah, they do look good.
Usually people don't get fancy with them. It's interesting.
Big Sur Blue. Now,
Very
I think this
similar.
is kind of, this is
Mostly
almost
a
an
matte
identical
color,
color, but it's exactly. I was just going to say, I feel like it's more of a matte. Looks pretty nice.
Matte colors are tough though, just because like cleaning them, it's definitely difficult. So
Yeah.
just keep that in mind when configuring a car.
Yep.
Silver lining again, a matte white.
Very average.
Is that matte? Right? That's matte. It looks. Actually, no. I think that's a metallic silver.
It's hard to tell, honestly.
Yeah. Again, we're gonna see more once the website gets updated more, but
Yeah.
first glance.
And then this blue. This blue looks really good. This reminds me of like a BMW blue.
So maybe the mode is when you're not on the Earth mode, you're on the Blue Planet mode. That's
okay.
what it is. Mhm.
Open up that color panel on the right-hand side. You can actually see that there's a lot of colors here that aren't available yet. Those are probably going to be hidden behind like, premium packages or trims.
Mm-hmm.
So it's possible that, the website just isn't built out yet to include those features. So we can't really select them and see.
And the blocks don't really match the paint exactly. Like if I click this, you'll see that looks kind of grayish blue and that
Right.
doesn't. So we don't really know what these are going to look like at all.
Right.
They don't look like the swatches.
Yep.
Next, wheels. We already talked about the Aero. We have 22s, 3 different options of 22s. So I like these personally. They're kind of cool.
They look all right. I feel like they all kind of look sort of weird.
Yeah, I don't love any of them. The only one I actually really like is the donut.
Yeah, I mean, if you're used to normal looking wheels, maybe this is not the car for you. But
that's interesting.
They're all really unique. I don't think I'm opposed to any. And like I said, I'm a big like see it in person kind of dude. So I don't know if this is something that I could be sold on if it like looked terrible in person, because the website I don't really think does a lot of things justice.
I'll tell you, if the roof looks like that in person, I might just be like sitting. I might just get like a drone and just kind of look at cars all day.
Yeah,
'Cause
just
that'd be
follow
pretty
the car.
cool. Yeah, that's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
I like that.
Lastly, we have the interior. Looks like the default option there is sea salt, but it also has a dark gray, which is called Was that Malibu or just Malibu? Malblue.
Malibu. Oh, that's I like that.
California.
I like
I see. I see what they're going for here.
That's a nice color. I can't do anything here. I just get one look. So
Yeah.
that looks like it's gonna be really cool.
Yeah, it does look pretty. It looks weird. The seats look weird.
They're taking the blue from the i3 too. I know a lot of BMW talk, but like
yeah.
they're really. I think they're taking some stuff.
The
from
seats look
everyone.
kind of weird. I wish we could like see what they
look a
look
little
like on the
boxy.
back. Yeah, like they're flat.
Yeah, I don't know.
Go to
if they're
that
gonna be
last
comfortable.
color too. I want to see that.
This is a black.
That looks
Gray
pretty
accent. Oh, see,
bland.
they have the blue lines though.
Wow, they do. Maybe that's lights.
I think we mentioned it. The light blue look is like, if those are
Very
lights, that's
EV.
sick. But yeah, light blue is very EV look.
Yeah, if at a close glance, it looks like it's trimmed as like a light.
If those are lights,
Imagine they kept like a slight
I think
light
it is
on the
because look,
inside.
you'll see the blue like cloth.
Yeah,
here
there's
or
like a
whatever it is, But then
contrast
if
there.
you change it, there's still a blue light strip there.
That would
it
be
looks like.
sick.
The steering wheel. It looks like there's really no buttons on there.
Yeah, I can't tell.
Maybe some kind of touchpad.
Maybe it could just be like maybe it's like a scroll, like a ball that you
That's
like
possible.
scroll with.
That'd be cool.
I don't like that, but I think, like I said, I really would like buttons on the wheel so you can press them. I don't think like touch buttons are a good idea unless they're like perfected, and even then.
What do you notice about this little screen here? What does that look like?
Heads-up display?
No, just the screen itself here. What does that look resemblance to?
I don't remember.
Mustang Mach-E has that same
Oh.
thin screen. Like that
small
looks
one?
exactly like it.
Wow. Very last thing that is available on here is their gear site, which is a totally separate site just for like accessories and merch and stuff. So we don't really think it's super necessary to go through looking at all this stuff. But
Got a
they
nice
have like
little movie here.
Yeah, they have like, street apparel, they have a sweatshirt, they have hats, stuff like that. So if you are trying to ride that Fisker wave, maybe you want to pick up some hats or a shirt to show off that you're, repping the brand.
All right, everyone. That concludes our first impression video of the Fisker Ocean.
Yeah, it looks like it's going to have a lot of cool features that we saw in a bunch of other cars and basically just combine them all into one. And for not too bad of a price, I think it's going to be pretty competitive. So I'm excited to see what they have.
Yeah, I think that, it really, I think, depends on how much exposure this really gets to the market.
Yeah.
They do have a lot of cool features from different brands, and I would love to see it come to light. So.
Yeah, we'll make sure to bring you guys a video as soon as we get more hands-on experience, maybe, or potentially seeing it at like a car show that might be coming up. Maybe a video there. But yeah, once we get more details about this car, we're definitely going to try and make a full build guide and rundown on it so that we can give you as much information as possible on it. Let us know what you guys think. Always drop a comment down below. Let us know what you're thinking. Let us know if you like these videos. We made this one a little more casual, so it kind of felt less scripted, I think, hopefully. But yeah, like and subscribe. And as always,
See you in the future.
see ya.